This was by far the thirstiest episode ever. I know it been a while since we had that thirsty episode, but this is the equal opportunist, the thirstiest ever episode. If anybody parched off of this episode, you ain't drank enough water. I'm just saying. From Eve to Xander still trying to be thirsty, trying to get into a family that don't like him, wish he was dead, rather than deal with him, be put up with him. You want to be a part of that family so bad and you willing to do anything and everything to be a part of a family that don't want you. That says a whole lot about you, Xander. You got all them muscle and clearly you ain't got no brain. And Eve, you up here trying your hardest trying to make. So that's your plan. You want to manipulate this man so bad that you want him to marry you. You know what? If that's what you want to think that's gonna happen, you gonna end up marrying Jack, trying to make Jennifer even more jealous, or try to make her lose her damn mind cause she lost Jack on the. Eve, your body is not that damn spectacular, and you and your filament wires clearly they broken or damaged. You had that man kissing him all on the bed. It's amazing how that man was thinking of his ex and push you off of him, then ran out the door. And you start to begging and pleading the man to love you, to make love to you. You never been touched like that since Brady touched you. So now you want Jack, the man that don't remember nothing about his life. You want to take advantage of somebody that don't remember somebody. You'll do anything for a hug too, won't you, Eve? I mean anything. And that's messing with somebody's life, or messing with somebody's life, or messing with somebody just to get a little thrill out of it, I guess you will take it. Your thrill is to make Jennifer as mad as possible while messing around with Jack knowing darn well he gonna remember it eventually. Then you gonna look like the darn fool at the end of this, but you think you gonna be Mrs. Jack Devereaux. Not only was you jealous of that, you called yourself, went running to Jennifer, thinking Jack was there to find out he to Brady Pug with Kayla. They're talking about her, trying to remember her and what he did and how their relationship was. And then you find out he wasn't there and eating Jennifer didn't give you a warm greeting. If I was Jennifer, I would have slammed the door in your face and would have pushed you the same way you pushed me out that hotel room. I would have pushed you or swung, probably would have threw rocks at your head till you got off my property. Cause you weren't invited to my property. I didn't invite you over. You came up on your free will. So if I have to shoot you off my property, I would do that. That's what basically what I would have treated you. I would have threw rocks or anything that went tied to the ground at your head and make you get off my property as quickly as possible. And I probably would have damaged your car too as you leaving, or try to bust that back window out for you or know not to come back to my house no more with that mess and them inches that you trying to prove, trying to make somebody jealous with their ex-husband that don't remember them, talking about some we made love, we had sex. Okay. Didn't work out good for you, did it? Jennifer then jumped down that hole where you thought she was going to jump down about we made love. And what kind of sense do that make? Okay, fine. Y'all made love. Y'all had fun. Y'all explored each other's bodies. I guess you might have dozed off. And while you dozing off, he snuck up out the room and went to try to find Sigga. Like, you sounded dumb even talking about we make love. He remember me and you sounded ridiculous, Eve. You can tell you are grasping at the invisible scrolls, trying to make Jennifer jealous and trying to get the most results out of her as possible. You can tell you just trying to grab at anything you can hold on to, holding on to all your might, thinking that you're going to get somewhere with this. Like I said, that man already having memories, not blowing up in his head. How long you think it's going to take for him to remember how he loved Jennifer and how he was obsessed with Jennifer and all that? Now Kaylin and gave him a bad memory about her, I forgot. Now Kelly then gave him a bad memory about when he raped her. So how long is it going to take for him to re-jog that memory? That man know you using him trying to make Jennifer jealous. Yeah, he might not be fond of Jennifer right now, but It's gonna come back to light. Eve, that's about all the time I got for you today. I'm sorry I wasted a whole 5 minutes or maybe 2, 3 minutes on you. That's about all I'm gonna give you. Not a next short one I want to cuss out. Hope, hope. Your daughter 18 with a job in college. What the hell you think you gonna do? Seriously, what the hell you think you gonna do? I just want to know what you think you proving, why you want Ben so darn bad. You can't focus on nobody but Ben. You can't see Scray. You sitting there trying to convince your daughter. You got news about Ben, but you ain't arresting him. You didn't learn your lesson about arresting people without having a proper protocol, so you can't do that. You know you look like a damn fool all over again if you would have arrested him in that scene. So you decide to sit there and talk to her and try to convince your big grown daughter that don't do that, don't do that. Oh, please don't do this. Oh, please, he's a murderer. Don't do that. Please don't. Come on, he's a murderer. He kidnapped Gabby. Oh, please, please listen to me. Please find a better, like, you begging and pleading your daughter. If I was your daughter and I'm 18 and grown, I would say, Mama, I'm not 15, I'm not 16, I'm not 17. I am 18 with a job, living on my own, not living with you. Yeah, you might pay my rent. I think you pay your own rent, or she might be paying your rent. Don't know, don't care. But you still can't tell your big grown ass daughter what to do, ho. And as soon as somebody tell you that, and hopefully you'll get a hold of that and understand that, you only pushing her closer to him. Well, not anymore. What you was only pushing him closer. See how she never took none of your advice? You didn't catch on that she never took none of your advice? How she sat there and did the opposite. What are you telling her to do? You ain't learned from that? You not reading between the lines? That girl is 18, grown, and she ain't listening to none of your advice. And the way your family tell it, you and Bo was the same one. They tried to talk you for dating Bo, but did that ever stop you? No, you did not. You done married that man twice and then had a child and had 2 children from him, or 3. I don't know. I ain't counting your children or how many baby fathers you got though. But didn't they try to do the same thing with Bo? Somebody told me that in my comment section before, that they tried to do the same thing you doing to Sierra the Ball, but you stopped there and married him anyways. See, you was hard-headed as a child. So you think your daughter not going to be as hard-headed as you? Hope, go away. Give up the being stuff. Please stop mentioning murderer out of your mouth. I don't know what gives you the right or think you can just go around calling somebody something you is too. Like, do that make you feel good knowing that you are a murderer? He shouldn't be walking the streets. He deserves to be locked up like an animal. Oh, it's amazing how bad you feel about being and saying he an animal and this, that, and the third though. But last time I checked, you shot 2 people and killed people. Don't sleeping pills busting people across the head. Do I need to continue on with your damn storyline, ho? Like, you got a whole lot of nerve, and you love to call being a murderer like you got any room to talk. Remember when you shot Stefano unarmed and all? Remember that? And that's what the pervert was trying to tell you. You shot an unarmed man. At least he did scram. You know what? I ain't gonna compare crimes. I'm not gonna do that. What is that on my lip? I'm not gonna compare crimes. Though, but ho, I'm just gonna need for you to go find you another word when it comes to being besides murderer. Cause just like you can call him a murderer, you need to point that mirror back at your own behind. And you need to point it at your own behind. And you need to look at yourself in the mirror. While you saying that word, look at yourself in the mirror. Please look at yourself in the mirror and find you another word to use, and you're never gonna get big. You ain't got that man all this time. You're never gonna get it. And I see a little scheme you got coming up with the whole Stephen thing, and then you gonna have Mr. Shark, cause you got him in your back pocket. You gonna have him call himself the Finn Stephen to get him off, but you can try to get Ben, I guess, that way. Like anything you get concerning Ben, Anybody, any lawyer out there in the tri-state area, northeast, south of town, that get a spill of the whole case, they can say this thirsty cop have it out for me, and ever since I came into town and was dating her daughter, she had made my life a living hell. Here she goes, she had me arrested this day for nothing, didn't have no evidence on me. She thought she had evidence on me, but she let me go. That whole cabin fire where you try to plant that without planting evidence and you try to have me arrested and all that, where you did have me arrested and you tried to use against me till it came out. Like, Hope, you got a lot of unanswered cases that you can be handling right now, and you need to stop focusing on being and start focusing on the right damn thing before you end up getting yourself not only sued, but also end up getting yourself fired from police for being a police in general. Hope, you really need to go find you a you need to go find you another hobby or find you another case to dig your nose into. Cause now you coming off as a hard on for being. And you don't think people can also testify against you, saying that yes, every time being there came up in something, she was there in that man's face. Like, Hope, you digging a hole for yourself. You don't see it because you being thirsty trying to save your daughter from the old bad murderer. Like you got in the room to talk. Hope, you got a hard on for being. I would say I hope Rafe will catch on and try to stop this hard on, but he just just as much of a dirty cop as you is, and y'all both cover y'all eyes and ears when it comes to protecting each other. So I can't tell him, but somebody need to tell you. Hope, there's a lot of crime going on in Salem. Like Xander, for instance, out in the open at the Victor house trying to get him an opportunity in a quick buck. There goes somebody you can be arresting right there. What else you can be? Hell, Stephen. There he go with the whole setting Steve up for espionage and corporate espionage, I think it was, or whatever it was called. Like, you can be doing other things with your time and energy besides worrying about being in Sierra. Like, I'm done with you. I'm getting the pissed off, and I'm finna move on now. Xander, the equal opportunist. So, how the story goes is Eve got Jack from Xander. Eve, of course, had the information from the Demera Enterprises, because when she was working there with Brady, apparently she got all the information concerning Demera and how to take them down and they soft spots and all that. Handed that over to Xander as an opportunity for him, just as long as Xander hand over Jack to Eve. So that was a fair trade in your... Xander, you really thought that was a fair trade, buddy? Some information on the Mirror Enterprises? Really? And you went running to Victor with that? And Victor, I got to give you a piece too, old man. Why in the hell have you not told your security all this time when Xander blacking your dog? Why haven't you had your security guard to shoot at him time they see him? That's all I want to know. If I don't want no roach in front of my door come begging me for a quarter, I have my security team be ready to start shooting and aiming at him, ready to kill him dead if he come walking on my property. Why does your security still letting Xander walk on your property so freely? You need to fire all your security and you need to hire some more people. Cause as much as Xander annoy the hell out of you, he must not annoy you too darn hard. Cause it seems like you still letting him in. You still up there entertaining him with the whole information that he got from Eve, all up in it, ready to jump on it. Not only did you say, I'm not gonna give you the position as being on Titan, but I'll pay for this. What you want for it, I'll pay you the money for it. You're not fit to be CEO of Titan. And he don't want that. And you said you were headed over to Sierra first, like, Victor, help me understand why your security ain't roughing him up, beating the brakes off of him, scaring the hell out of him, keeping him out of your eyesight. Like, what the hell are you paying your security for? Why don't you just let him walk on up without security? Cause I'm not understanding what your security working for. Cause it darn shame, protecting, trying to protect you. If they let the nuisance come on your property and annoy you, Xander, you need to fire all of them. You need to fire everyone that allowed him to come on your property to annoy you with this information he got on the Mirror Enterprises. I don't understand why they ain't ready to shoot at Xander at first sight or tase him or beat him down or something. I don't know what kind of security guard you got, but you need to go get you somebody else, Vic, because it doesn't make sense how you, whatever. Apparently, you like your little visit from Xandom. Cause he come in, do what he want, give you this information. Oh, well, I see I gave you a lot of information. Let me go on upstairs and let me see where I get my old room back. Then Maggie come coming in. Then Maggie with the back end information. And now she done told Victor where Xander got this information from. Then he called himself cuss Victor out. Well, he ended up cussing Xander out, calling him a slippery little worm. Now Maggie on the back end of this information all over again. It's always the back end with you, Maggie. I don't know what it's gonna take for you not to. If you can't get the first end information, please don't give me the back end. Like, the back end is the worst part. And Maggie, I see you like back ends because you keep on accepting the back end. Like, every darn time setting up with Victor, you end up catching the end of the action. You ain't tired of being the back end girl yet, Maggie. Clearly, it doesn't bother you as much as you said, Doom. Cause if it did, every time something happen, you all know about it firsthand. You ain't been enough scricker with Victor, clearly, cause you still getting the back end. You talk to him, you didn't left him. He had to beg and plead you to take him back, and you still getting the back end. Every darn time you get in the back end. And Victor is a pushover. I don't care what Victor is a pushover. This man gave you this information, and then he talking about something. He's staying here. You staying here? Why you got to stay here? Not get the hell out of my house. There's no deal. What are you doing? Get out my house. So you just let him bully his way in your house with that hard drive full of information that he got from Eve. Really? Pushover. But okay. You have fun with that and enjoy it. And Maggie, enjoy your back end action, because I guess that's all you good for, the back end, because you're never going to get the front end unless you happen to be there when it go down, or Victor ain't going to tell you when it's going down. So good luck getting the back end action, and if you like the back end, by all means, you have fun with that. It's better you than me. I don't want no parts of that. Last but not least, Jack. Now, me and you don't get along. You is not one of my favorite characters. You will never be one of my favorite characters. But I appreciate you not falling for Eve and her little trap she's setting up for you. Meaning the one where she wants you to marry her. Meaning that she's trying to use you. Trying to have sex with you. Using this information, trying to get back the Jennifer, trying to make her jealous. And you mean to tell me, Eve, and I caught that. I had to rewind that back about 2 or 3 times to make sure I heard what the hell I heard. Eve, you mean to tell me you had a husband and y'all didn't have sex at all? No foreplay, no cuddling, no kissing, none of that? Hell that night, pillow talk, nothing. You mean to tell me you had a whole husband, Eve, a whole husband, and you ain't have sex with him? None of that, none of the stuff that come with having a man by your side, the pillow talk, sit up there talking in the bed, cuddling, holding each other tight, kissing. I mean, none of that. Eve, how the hell did you make it through that little marriage? You said it didn't last long. I'm pretty sure it didn't last long. If y'all ain't had sex the whole time you and Jack was married. You was in it for the money. Of course you was. Jack, stay strong. Don't you fall for that woman poisonous claws. Keep that venom away from you as far as possible. Get your memory back. I am kind of sorry Kayla did land on you kind of thick with the whole you raped me comment. You can tell that was very awkward for her. She didn't want to just come out and say it out and make you have a bad reaction and make you like that could have ended well. That could have ended wrong in so many ways. You can tell she didn't want to tell you this. She went from we was dating, we did this, we had fun. Then Steve pushed me away. Then I started dating you. Steve pushed her away. Then you started dating her. And then y'all started dating. Then you were cheating on her with Steve. Well, you were cheating on Jack with Steve all over again. And I guess Jack found out. And that's how he raped you and all that. Like, I know it was hard. Poor thing didn't want to tell you that. But Jack, you got to have all your pieces together. In order to put the pieces together, you got to take the good, the bad, and the evil. So, Jack, I know that was a bitter pill for you to swallow, knowing that you raped that woman. You probably don't remember it, and probably one of those memories that you never want to think of or never want to hear about, but you had to eat that pill and you had to swallow it in. You excited to meet Steve and Kayla trying to hold it all in. She just waiting to see if Steve really gonna get released. And if Steve gonna get released and if Stephen going off to prison so in. She just holding on and she don't want to celebrate right now. You can tell Roman, and Roman, you ought to know by now, when it comes to the Damaras, don't dance until you get that victory. That fact that you ready to dance, celebrate, and all that, like Kayla said, I'm with Kayla. I'm not gonna dance. I'm not gonna celebrate. I'm not gonna eat much drink or cheers to this until I see Steve face to face. You already dancing and celebrating. And how many times have you done went do-si-do with the Damaras? And you remember when you thought you had a win, but you didn't really have a win, and then you the one look the dumb up there celebrating too early. So if I was you, I'd calm the hell down if I was you, Roman. Don't dance shit now. You forgot who you dealing with, the pervert. He ain't going down that easily, and you thinking this a slam dunk. Steve ain't free yet. You don't know what they got on the pervert. Yeah, y'all say y'all got him for espionage and stealing that I say secrets and all that though, but how many times has the Damaras been in? How many times have the Damaras been into the woods or been locked up like Fort Knox? But some way they found a way to sneak their little behinds out. So you might want to calm down and chill out for a minute. Chill out for a moment there, Roman, and don't dance shit. But anyways, though, that was all I wanted to say. That's not all I wanted to do. I wasn't really going to do this video, but I had to talk about how thirsty everybody was, and I couldn't resist. Now I need to go get me a glass of water to quench my thirst after doing this thirsty episode. Feel like I didn't ate a whole spoonful of salt after talking about all these thirsty people. Anyways, though, that was the episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Bye.